Welcome back everyone, Ryan Monetize here. In today's video, we're going to go over a few different things. We're first going to go over the new rates when it comes to BLOCKFI. They're changing their rates starting on May 1st. Then we're going to talk about the big news happening with Twitter today. And then also going to be going over the price of Bitcoin. And I'm going to be paying attention and letting you guys know if I would to be looking to enter Bitcoin, where I would enter. So going to be giving you some hard numbers on that today. So as you can see here, starting May 1st, the rates are changing when it comes to BLOCKFI. Just so you know, US customers cannot add new funds to their BLOCKFI account. But if you have coins that are already deposited, your rates will be changing. So you could see here for stable coins, for the first tier, it's going down from 7.25 to 7, tier 2 from 6 to 5%, tier 3 from 4.5 to 4%. So everything is going down across the board when it comes to BLOCKFI. There's only, I believe, a couple coins that are increasing. That is Litecoin from 3.5 to 3.75, and Link is also increasing here from 2.5 to 3. So that's the situation there. I actually really enjoy using the BLOCKFI credit card. So if that's something that you're interested in, I'm going to go ahead and put a link down below for that. You actually get to earn rewards in Bitcoin, which is really cool. It's a free credit card. So one way there for you to support my channel. So the really exciting news coming out today is that Elon Musk successfully purchases Twitter, I believe for like $43 or $44 billion. So why is this so important? I believe that Elon Musk is someone who has shown to be anti-censorship. And I think that Twitter is going to become just a more transparent platform. And someone made a comment that I definitely second, said, Elon Musk should try to buy YouTube next. And that would be massive because there's also a lot of the same issues that were happening at Twitter that happen across the board, obviously on all social media websites, where we are not rarely ever given the actual truth. So I'm super pumped about the whole Twitter situation and excited to see how the Twitter platform is going to change in the near future. So Bitcoin. Let's see what Bitcoin's up today. I just looked at it. I didn't look at the charts this weekend, but I did see that it had pumped a little bit. So back over $40,000. So this right here is the daily chart. But first, I want to zoom out to the 7-day chart. Always want to cover that territory. This candle is not looking good. This red 3 has started trading below the red 2. When that happens on the sequential system, if you're looking for a shorting opportunity, it's not always 100% correct, obviously. No trading strategy is. But if you see the low of this candle right here, which is 38,550, most people like to short as soon as it starts trading below that. So this is a weekly chart. It's not looking good. I want to see that green cross over the red. It's just a lot would have to change for the 7-day chart on Bitcoin to look bullish. So this right here is the daily chart, and making a lower low, the daily chart does not look good at all. So a lot would still need to happen. We want to see Bitcoin make a higher high, trade above the high of this candle, which is $43,000. But this lower low is just not looking good. Things are not looking good. So where would I enter Bitcoin? So I'd be waiting for a scenario probably on the daily chart where the green starts crossing over the red. And I'd probably put like a 5 to 6% stop loss if this was a position that I wanted to hold in the short term. So that's kind of what I'm paying attention to there. Let's see if there's any more positive news on these lower level time frames. So this is a 12-hour chart. It'd be nice to see this green cross over the red. I would like to see a higher high would have to be over the high of this candle, which is also the 43,000, but maybe a high, a higher low, and then a higher high over the next weeks or so. So I'm not like, some people are probably really frustrated with the price of Bitcoin, how it's just been staying in these ranges around the $40,000 range. We haven't seen big returns lately, but what I can say is this: chilling in the 40K range is totally okay for me because I just see it as Bitcoin building support. So it's something that I don't hate if it just kind of ranges, between 38, 43, and just builds a lot of support there. I can be definitely okay with that. So this is a 4-hour chart, which is looking good. This is our first sign of a momentum shift in the bullish direction, making a higher high. So that is exciting there. And the 1-hour chart here, also looking really good. I would expect maybe like a 4-candle pullback over the next 4 hours and then maybe a higher high. But hopefully this is not a dead cat bounce. But with the current state of the markets, that is somewhat likely. Okay, so I think what ended up happening here was probably some correlation, kind of correlation. So this is a 1 hour chart on SPY. So SPY did, let's see, where did it open up today? Today's the 25th. Oh, how is it the 25th already? So as you can see here, it opened down and then has recovered slightly. And Bitcoin's 1 hour chart looks significantly different, I would say. It's just kind of been trending upwards for the last about 9 hours or so. So over the last 9 hours, Bitcoin has increased, let's see here, about 5%. So a really nice return on the day, actually a nice little recovery. So the low of the day has come in at 38,210. So a bit of a volatile candle on the day, a little bit more than the 2 previous days that we've seen. So back over to Bitcoin, let's check out the 30-minute chart, which is also looking really nice. Ethereum has done better in terms of percentage-wise. Let's go ahead and see here. Ethereum's definitely beating Bitcoin here at a almost 8% return from the low of the day. Gold is down today, sitting at just under $1,900. Coinbase sitting at $135. Let's go ahead and take a look. I'm sure Tesla's up today, but that's actually not the case, just because so much positive news around Elon. But Tesla isn't having the strongest of days. And let's go ahead and take a look at Twitter, which is having a pretty solid day here. Let's see how much it's up from a percentage point. Bitcoin actually potentially might be up more on the day. So about 4%. And this is also a good thing. I mean, we also knew Jack Dorsey's involvement with Twitter and, him being on board with Bitcoin. So adding Elon Musk could really add to that whole scene of maybe more Bitcoin being on the books, because we know Tesla has Bitcoin on the books. So things to look forward to there. Let's take a quick look at marijuana stocks. Most are down on the day. We have Tilray sitting at 527, CGC at 556. So, a little bit of play in both directions on different sectors this Monday afternoon. The market looks a little bit confused, I would say. I want to go ahead and look back at majors. Before we look at majors, actually, I want to back to Bitcoin. And so where would I be entering? So I have a little bit on the sidelines that I may consider getting back into Bitcoin. So I think I sold around like 35 range, 35, 36. So I could potentially just get back in there, or if I want to be a little bit more patient. I mean, Bitcoin can go back to $20,000. I feel like that's something that I keep on hearing over and over again. That's never out of the question. Bitcoin will always go higher than you anticipate and always lower than you would anticipate. So there is that support over in like the $32,000, $33,000 range. In my opinion, a lot would need to happen for me to enter, but I would really be keeping a close eye on the green moving average crossing over the red. So it's not a particular price. It's just when that action happens, I'd be willing to jump in and probably put in that 6% trailing, or not trailing, just stop loss in general. So that's all that I have for you today. Hope you had an amazing weekend. And as always, go out there and create a portfolio that you love.